What's up, y'all? Hey, I want to tell y'all something real quick. Uh, if you want to know some real stuff, go check out the History Channel and look up about the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover, he started the FBI with the okay of the President of the United States. Not Woodrow Wilson, Eisenhower, maybe. I don't remember exactly which one. But J. Edgar Hoover started the FBI. And the deal about Elliot Ness against Al Capone and all that, true story. There was a show back when I was a kid called The Untouchables, and it was about the newly formed FBI, and they were going against Al Capone and all the underground during Prohibition. Back when Prohibition, they stopped selling alcohol, made it illegal, but they had a bunch of speakeasies, which if you knew a certain knock or whatever, you could get in. Very choice deal, but I mean, they made it to where if you went and looked back at it when the FBI showed up, even the piano or whatever was something to where they had the back of it to where it would automatically, and in the bar area where they had all the glasses and stuff, they had the shelves to where they could just pull the pin and the shelves would automatically drop and dump all the alcohol down in the in the sewer and stuff. Yep. But the FBI and Elliot Ness and Al Capone, that was all a true story. But back to J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover, like I said, got the okay with the president. He knew about World War II before it started and all. You know, he knew about who was doing what. He just didn't know when exactly. That's the reason why. I don't know. Maybe he did. That's, back then that's what they did for, for shits and giggles, is start killing each other. They'd start a war. But J. Edgar Hoover, he was, from what I heard, from what I heard, he was a real mama's boy. He was a cross dresser. He liked wearing dresses and stuff and all. And then people knew about him. So the deal is, he literally turned around and got uh, information off of our presidents, anybody that wanted to be president, every single congressman, every single governor, every single senator, the whole 9 yards, everybody in Hollywood, every billionaire, millionaire, you know what I mean? Back then, Trump's dad and all that. Yeah, he had information on him. All that. Yes, yes. Okay. He had information on every single actor and actress, like I say, and just everybody across the whole board and all. And he had so many people looking out, for at these other people gaining information, so that way nobody could tell on him about him wearing his dresses and all that. You're gonna have to go back and look at the History Channel, okay? And it's got to be back you know, late 80s, early 90s, before you're going to find out that that's where they weren't bullshitting you. They were telling you the truth, okay? Now, J. Edgar Hoover, he had so much crooked kind of crap, and they're still doing it to this day. The FBI and the CIA and Hollywood and all that are all intertwined. There is not a movie made in the United States of America that is not okayed by the United States government and also military leaders and all. Yep, Hollywood don't do anything without the government say so. The FBI, CIA, and everything, if you look into everything from Ruby Ridge and Waco and Edwin Morrow Building and Timothy McVeigh and how all that transpired, because Timothy McVeigh was an ex-military guy, but he bombed an FBI building because of what they did in Waco. It's a big old freaking mess. But even to this day, the NSA was spun off of the FBI, just so they could track foreign intelligence or interceptions, people that were calling and back and forth across the oceans, for the terrorism and all. That's what they used it for, but they're still turning around and spying on us. Hence, Google and the FBI, they're all like that. You can bet your butt. Yes, yeah, the FBI's got their thumb straight up Google's keister so much it's pathetic. Same thing with Twitter and Facebook. You see how all that is, you know. Even though these other places, what is it, that Gab and Twitch and everything else, there's not anything that goes on that they don't know about at all, because they're controlling all the back and forth. And that all started with the FBI. If you go back, like I say, go and look. Please just go look and check it out for yourself. You know, I'm not going to tell you, well, do your own research. No, these are just shows that they used to have that had actual people. They told actual stuff. They had actual film in there. Okay, there it's just a plethora of information. The History Channel, like I said, mid to late 80s, early 90s, everything from military blunders in history. They have dogfights from World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, Korea, all that kind of stuff. They have ships from the Yamato, the aircraft Enterprise that talks about all the story. Look into Band of Brothers. That's another one about our military, but I'm getting offhand a little bit. But the deal is that the FBI and all, that's where they come from. And back then, the History Channel, late 80s to early 90s, that's where you're going to find the real stuff. And it's cool, man. That's what I watched all the time back when I was way, way younger, and it wasn't like it is nowadays to where Obama made it legal for our news to propagandize themselves, which lie, you know, blow smoke up our ass and call it potpourri. That's exactly what it is. So, I just want everybody to know a little bit more about where you can go get some real information, because that's all back then. They can't really change it around or too much. You'll see what I'm talking about, because the cameras and everything, they weren't all that they are now. You know what I'm saying? You'll tell if they messed with them. But yeah, you'll see a little bit later on in life too, 5, 10 years down the line, you'll see the same thing, but it's changed and somebody's went in there and put some pieces and all that kind of stuff to spin a narrative. But they didn't do that back then. Okay. So that's one of the biggest things that I want to tell y'all about the FBI and the NSA and the CIA and how everything is all intertwined, and Google, Facebook, Twitter, and all of it. There's nothing that goes on. And that's why you need to realize that TikTok is almost on the chopping block, or it is on the chopping block. All you got to do is get on any information, any news whatsoever, and find out what they're doing about TikTok. And you see, oh, well, it's about to get cut nationwide. Go check it out. But if it does and everything else goes sideways, Google and your phone is going to tell on you too, because it's got trackers and it listens to you anyway. So if anything ever happens and all the information goes sideways, take every little bit of it, electronic that you have, I got a 2.5 pound sledge, and smash it and drown it in gas to where they cannot retrieve anything off of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's one thing that everybody really needs to know, that the further it goes, everybody knows that the ones that are running the show are liars. Okay? Once a liar, especially liars that know how to unlive people, you know what I mean? Yes. Yes, we have those kind of people that are in our government and other governments all around the world. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. So I just want to tell y'all a little bit about that, and like I say, that if anybody say, oh, well, you need to hold on to your phone or whatever, that's the first sign to smash it. Oh, you need to hold on to your phone because if you did that, we wouldn't know how to tell you how to do. Yeah, they wouldn't know how to track you. Don't fall for the BS. Don't fall for the BS. If they don't ban me, I'll be back. I got some other stuff that I think, yeah. So, you have a good night. Later.